Hello, everyone. My name is Eli Isele. I'm a field specialist in horticulture with MU Extension. I would like to introduce Leslie Birch, field specialist in nutrition and health. She's going to talk today about the Selling Food at Farmers Markets webinar for 2023.
Thanks, Eli, for having me here today. So once again, MU Extension and our MU Extension Food System Network will be hosting a week-long webinar series or Lunch and Learn series specifically for those who are selling food at the farmers market, hence the title, Selling Food at the Farmers Market for 2023.
So Leslie, who should attend and what topics will be covered?
As the title really of our webinar series highlights, this series is really intended for producers or growers who would like to sell food at the farmers market or who are currently selling food at the farmers market and just looking to gain a little bit of additional information and insight as to how maybe they can improve that area of their business. So we're going to cover several different topics throughout this webinar series. We'll start off the week talking about pricing at the farmers market, and we will have a MU Extension faculty member talking a little bit about some surveying and research that she has done around pricing at farmers markets throughout the state. She's also going to share a little bit of information regarding sales tax and how that is calculated or done when selling at the farmers market. Additionally, we will kind of kick off the week talking about resources available from MU Extension and the Missouri Department of Agriculture. So MU Extension, as well as the Missouri Department of Agriculture, or MDA, has a variety of resources that are available to producers and growers for free that can really help their growing business or marketing of their products to consumers throughout the state. From there, we are going to talk about a number of different of what kind of we call incentive programs that are available to producers. So on Tuesday, we will talk about accepting SNAP at the farmers market, and then kind of going along with accepting SNAP at the farmers market, we will also highlight Double Up Food Bucks, which is a program that allows SNAP recipients to essentially double up their SNAP dollars and buy additional produce from participating farmers markets. And of course, in order to do that, you've got to be able to accept SNAP. So we're kind of pairing those two things together. And then from there, we will kind of talk about regulations for selling meat and eggs. And then we will also have a day dedicated to selling value-added foods. Typically, we think of these as kind of cottage foods at the farmers market. We'll have someone from Missouri Department of Health and Senior Services talk a little bit about some of the changes that have come on board to the cottage food laws or regulations in Missouri. We're going to end the week a little bit differently than we have done in the past. And so I'll kind of circle back up to bullet point number 3 there that talks about a Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program and WIC Farmers Market Nutrition Program. Those are two programs that are sponsored by MDA. And we are going to end the week on Friday with essentially a training for producers and growers so that they can accept the vouchers that are associated with the Senior Farmers Market and the WIC Farmers Market nutrition programs. And so that's a little bit different than what we've done in years past. But of course, in that training, we'll talk about those two incentive programs and how essentially producers can become involved. Again, all kind of to help boost or support additional business for their farmers market stand, so to speak.
Wow, this is really exciting. What a bunch of fresh information that would really be helpful to people's bottom line for their farmers market sales outlets. What about, when is this going to happen? Is this going to happen right away?
Actually, yeah, it's coming up very shortly here. So we are going to offer this the week of January 23rd. So it'll be Monday through Friday of that week. As you see here on the slide, we will meet at 12 p.m. and it'll just be for an hour. So 12 to 1 over the lunch hour. And each session will be recorded. So I should say that with one specific caveat: Friday's session will not be recorded. And that is, again, because we are counting that as a training for that Senior Farmers Market and WIC Farmers Market nutrition programs. So MDA is asked us not to record that because in order to accept those particular vouchers, you need to attend a live training on Zoom. You can't just watch a recording. So that is one caveat in terms of the recording. But all of the sessions, Monday through Thursday, will be recorded, and anyone who registers for the Lunch and Learn series will have access to those recordings for at least 45 days after each recording. And we're offering this series all for the bargain price of just $10 for the entire week.
Wow, what a deal.
For sure. We think so. So we're not necessarily, of course, trying to make any money off of the series, just kind of recoup some basic expenses that we might have. And we really want to make it something that any grower, producer, or someone who's even just thinking about selling at the farmer's market can access without cost being any type of barrier for them.
Oh, that's great. So how would I register and who would I contact if I had more questions?
So you can definitely contact me if you have more questions. So my contact information is right there on the screen. You can register if you want to click through, kind of copy this really long web address, you can definitely do that. But you can also use this QR code and register that way as well. And again, if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to me via phone or email. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have and or help you get registered for the event if you need to.
Wow, Leslie, that sounds like it's really easy. Thanks for being so open to answering people's questions. And thanks again for putting this webinar series together. I think it'll be really valuable for people in Missouri who want to sell at the farmers market.
Yeah, no problem. We're hoping that we get a really good attendance and that people find this information to be really helpful. We've had pretty good feedback in years past, and we think that this is definitely a worthwhile educational event for producers throughout the state.
Great, that's very encouraging. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, Eli.